So the way Stark Builders sort of structures their management is we sort of like to specialise in distinctive stages. That way we can better deliver and better specialise in our areas to ensure that we deliver a high quality product that exceeds the client's expectations.
Yeah, through their initial contact, we then had an initial consultation with them. We then helped them through the full design preliminary stage and then flowed that through into the build. Throughout those design and preliminary stages, the client worked really closely with us. Working closely with your builder can be really advantageous when you are going through preliminary stages because they'll help you select things that are doable, that are designable, that are buildable within your budget to help you get off the ground. So our client over at Hendra really utilised having the builder on their side during the design process. Yeah, as we've been in the building industry for quite a few years, we know that clients do want things changed. You can't plan everything from the start. So we work very closely with the client to nut out these variations that they want. We have a specific process in play that'll mean the variation gets updated on the plans, and using that in-house designer that we have, we know we can get those plans updated in a very timely manner.
So me personally, I manage the structural side of the build. So that includes everything like the concrete slab, the steel, the frame, roof, etc. And by doing that and specialising specifically in this section, I'm able to more easily pick up on little things that other people wouldn't necessarily be able to pick up on. Any renovation, like they all sort of have their unique problems and challenges. Hendra's job in particular, we were faced with a few interesting challenges with existing structural bracing that was damaged by one of the previous renovations that had occurred on the house. Being a 100-year-old house, you sort of get multiple renovations that occur over its lifetime. So it meant that we had to go in there and find ways to fix that while maintaining our high level of quality and being able to deliver a quality finished product without compromise. In order to bring it up to look more modern and meet the client's sort of design expectations, we wanted to use weatherboards, that weatherboard look. We used our James Hardie product, Linear. Unfortunately, that product doesn't curve, so we were faced with a bit of a challenge where we had to somehow give a good quality product that curved around a wall. And in order to do that, we actually broke the wall up into sections with vertical stops to sort of give it a bit more of like a hexagonal shape.
My role in the business is I am in charge of the finishing trades, so I work with the client very closely, particularly towards the end of the build. We spend quite a lot of time liaising closely with the client to be able to determine an optimal design that both was practical and also met what they were looking for in terms of the finished product. The existing room had two very large windows, which makes it a little bit difficult when you're converting that into a bathroom in terms of wall space for things such as your shower and vanity. But it was a requirement of the client that we kept as much natural light as possible. So what we did was we came up with some clever design to work everything into that space. With that curved wall, we got a custom timber vanity to suit the space nicely, and then capped it off with some beautiful stone basins and brass fixtures and fittings. It's always great to capitalise on a deck with a servery window, for example, from the kitchen out onto the deck. There are a few different options you can go with. You can go with bifold or a servery option there. The client was pretty set on a servery window as it does maximise the amount of usable bench space, and then you can also have that continuous seamless bench top that continues out onto the deck for a very clean and modern look.
We had quite a big project on our hands. It was complete gut and rebuild of that upper level. Just due to the timing of everything in COVID, we signed a 12-month contract with the client. That was to ensure that we were going to be fully transparent with them and that we were going to ensure that we could deliver that result on time. Just because of those strong relations and the fact that we are a family business driven to sort of, to over-deliver, we were actually able to complete that project in 6 months, and the client was absolutely stoked with that result. We got them in before Christmas and they're in there now quite happily enjoying a Christmas lunch, no doubt.